Hello and welcome to the last episode of Hartwig's Tech World before the weekend. The work week is almost done, the servers are hopefully still stable, and the need for coffee is reaching its peak. I'm Hartwig.
And I'm Bianca. My brain has already activated its automatic out-of-office reply and is dreaming of the weekend. I am so ready for it.
Me too. But before we put away the work mouse and bring out the gaming mouse, I have a little joke to get us all in the mood.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
What's a computer's favorite weekend snack?
I have no idea.
Microchips.
Oh, man, that was really bad. But all right, on that high note, let's dive right into our first topic, which also has to do with our little tech marvels.
Let's start with a feature we never knew we needed, or maybe don't want. Beta testers have discovered a curious security feature in the new iOS 26. FaceTime automatically freezes the call if it detects nudity.
Wait, what? Apple has built some kind of nudity scanner into FaceTime that just interrupts the conversation? That's wild. What happens exactly?
The video call and the audio freeze, and the warning message appears on the screen. You then have the choice to continue the call immediately or to end it. It was originally announced as a protection feature for children's accounts, but in the current beta, it seems to be active for all users.
So is Apple now watching my private FaceTime calls to make sure I'm dressed? They can't be serious. What about privacy?
That's the crucial and important point. No. Apple emphasizes that the entire analysis takes place exclusively on the device itself. An AI on your iPhone analyzes the video data. Apple, on its service, neither receives a notification when something is detected, nor does the company have access to the photos or videos.
Okay, that's very reassuring, but is this a bug that it's active for all users, or is it an intended feature? That's a huge difference.
That's the big question no one can answer yet. Since it's a beta, it could be a bug that will be fixed by the final release. But it shows the direction Apple is thinking in. Privacy through local processing, yes, but with a dash of algorithmic paternalism. From features that are supposed to protect us, let's move on to promises from manufacturers that might be too good to be true.
You're referring to the new EU energy label for smartphones, aren't you?
Exactly. It's leading to a very interesting duel of the giants, especially when it comes to batteries. Samsung has made a pretty confident claim.
Okay, who is promising more and how much?
Samsung claims the batteries in its latest devices, like the S25 series, can withstand a full 2,000 charge cycles. For comparison, Apple and Google only claim 1,000 cycles for their top devices. So Samsung is essentially claiming their batteries last twice as long before the capacity drops below 80%.
Twice as long? That's quite a statement. Is this independently verified by the EU, or can everyone just write whatever they want?
It's a manufacturer's claim, but it has to be based on a standardized EU test sequence. This simulates calls, web browsing, gaming, and so on until the battery degrades.
So the big question is Samsung cheating, or are their batteries really that much better?
That's being hotly debated on Reddit right now. It's hard to say, but it fits a pattern because Apple is doing the exact opposite. They voluntarily gave themselves a worse energy label rating because they consider the EU's testing requirements to be too unclear and vague. So it's possible that Samsung is using that same ambiguity to post more optimistic numbers than the competition. From batteries that are supposed to last a long time, let's move on to drivers who, unfortunately, often can't keep their hands off their phones for long enough.
The distracted driving camera topic. I've heard about it.
Exactly. In the German state of Rhineland-Palatinate, the first of these cameras has been in regular operation since mid-April and has already caught around 300 drivers using their smartphones at the wheel in just a few months. And I wanted to discuss this with you because I think opinions are sharply divided.
Oh yes, my first impulse is Finally, it's so incredibly dangerous and has become so commonplace to see people typing at the wheel, basically driving blind. Every second of distraction can be fatal. If a $100 fine and a point on their license helps prevent even one serious accident, then I'm all for it. What do you think?
I completely get the safety point. You can't argue with it. But there is also the privacy side. A camera is permanently filming into every single car from above, and an AI analyzes the posture of all drivers, including thousands who are doing absolutely nothing wrong. That's a massive invasion of privacy. You're essentially under general suspicion just for participating in traffic.
I understand that argument, but I'm constantly being filmed in public spaces anyway, at stations, in squares, and if the data of innocent drivers is deleted immediately, as they say it is, and only suspected cases are reviewed by a human, I find the compromise acceptable. The real danger from distracted drivers is, for me, greater than the theoretical danger of surveillance.
It's a classic and difficult trade-off, freedom versus security. The government in Rhineland-Palatinate has clearly opted for security here and wants to expand the system to all police districts in the state. But this debate will surely be with us for a long time. From drivers who aren't concentrating on the road to a game series that is unfortunately no longer allowed to concentrate on the racetrack.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
To wrap things up, we unfortunately have some sad news for all fans of racing simulations on Xbox. It looks like Microsoft is discontinuing the legendary Forza Motorsport series.
Oh, no. Seriously? That's the series that's been around since the very first Xbox. It was always the flagship competitor to Gran Turismo.
It was, but Microsoft has radically restructured the developer. Turn 10 Studios was about half laid off, and the core team for Motorsport was dissolved. The remaining team will now only work as a support studio for the much more successful Forza Horizon series.
That's bitter. So, because the colorful, open-world arcade version just makes more money than the serious, realistic simulation, the latter is just being sacrificed?
That's exactly it. Forza Horizon 5 has over 45 million players. The last Motorsport, which came out in 2023, had a terribly rocky start, and according to fans, took almost 2 years to even get into a good state. This is especially tragic because the series, particularly Forza Motorsport 4, was once considered one of the best racing games of all time.
That's truly the end of an era for simulation fans. So in the future, it's just festival vibes and fun stunts instead of the perfect racing line?
It looks that way. Microsoft is officially silent so far, but a new Forza is planned for 2026, and everyone in the industry is assuming this will be Forza Horizon 6. And with that somewhat melancholy look at the racetrack, we are at the end for today and for this week.
Whew! My brain is now completely full of naked callers, cheating batteries, camera flash drivers, and unemployed race car drivers. I am so ready for the weekend.
I believe it. We hope you out there are too. If you enjoyed our little ride through the tech jungle to close out the week, then feel free to leave us a like, a subscription, or a few stars.
Exactly. We wish you a fantastic and relaxing weekend. Put your phones away, especially in the car. Maybe play a round of old Forza in memory of the good old days, and be careful who you FaceTime with.
Take care, rest well, and until next week.
Bye!